Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year to you, Happy New Year. That's right, folks, it is 2026, and it is a brand new year. It is the year, it's not the year of the dragon, it's not the year of the chicken, it's the year of collecting a piece of space trash, folks. And we're celebrating. This is your favorite podcast back in the new year. It's Mike Heath with Mike Heath's Orbital Garbage Project. Welcome back to your favorite podcast in a brand new year and a brand new energy and a brand new dedication to our mission of collecting a piece of space trash. This is not a podcast. This is a project. And it's not just mine. It's ours. And we're sharing in that delicacy of collectivism this new year. Gosh, it is good to be back here with you guys celebrating. I had a great holiday season. I got a Bob Ross Chia Pet here to my left, screen right. I'm hoping to grow that. You'll see that grow some luscious green locks for old Rossi, Bobby Rossi, Robert Rossi. Will have a little moss on his head. And gosh, it is just so good to be back here with you all thinking about it. It's been a great, 2020, we started the project in 2025. Little review. We had goals. We wanted to get in all 50 states. We did not. We did not do that. I believe we got to 10, so we were a fifth of the way there. We wanted to get on Good Morning America and the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That didn't happen, did it? No. There's so much we did not accomplish, but we are celebrating what we did accomplish. That we've tried it. We have tried. And this episode, we're going to focus on how we're going to expand the mission. Aren't we? Yeah, we're going to expand it like some ice. This podcast, this project, is like a ball of ice, a bag of ice that you put into the freezer, and it starts small and kind of unformed, and then it solidifies, and it expands and expands. So we're trying to figure out, what is the freezer, what is the bag, what is the water? We're going to build it all out, put it together, throw it in the freezer, get that thing growing, expanding, growing. Yes, I got some new shoes for Christmas, and they don't fit because my right foot is bigger than my left foot. And these are all problems we have. These aren't all problems we have. This is a problem that maybe I only have. I may be the only there's other people like me, but they don't sell shoes with two different sizes. They just don't. And that is something that is tragic. But you want to know what's even more tragic? That our low Earth orbit is littered with trash, satellites, space junk, space trash, whatever you want to call it. And this is what we're doing here through comedic endeavors, through guerrilla marketing. We still got posters we're putting up. We're going to be putting up posters wherever we go this year, expanding the mission, just like we did in Colorado when we hung that poster and we gained a listener there. Gosh, isn't that just so delicate, so tasty to consider just how significant just one poster can be of planting our mission into new territories, getting the word out there. But I do have sad news. We have got our data. We got some data back from the old Spotify that told us who our listeners are and who our listeners aren't. And we've come to realize that we have 0% listenership between 18 to 22 and 35 and beyond. So if you look at that 24 to 34 demographic, we are there. That's the age range that I'm in. And you speak to people who are 10 years younger than you and 10 years older than you. So 22, 18 to 22. Oh, so we got some 23, 24-year-old listeners, but we don't have any 42-year-old listeners, which I should be able to speak to. And that's really something that is sad to think about. You know, is just right now, it's just my voice. But we need to start little clusters, in these cities where we have listenerships, and we're going to talk about who you are today. Gen Z, I want you. I want you. I need you here on the project with me. We can't do this without you. Yes, we need not your fandom, not just your excitement, your commitment to helping us collect a piece of space trash, because this is what this podcast, this project is all about, collecting a single piece of space trash. Whether it takes another year or 10 more years. And we've been doing stuff. We had a Christmas special that audio, on all audio platforms, you can get that. If you want to watch the video of the Christmas special, maybe you're just still spinning 5 geosynchronous rings, 4 soda cans, 3 tangled tethers, 2 bolts of floating, and a frozen glove in 0G. You still got a little itch, that you haven't quite scratched with your holidays. Go on over to the Patreon. Check that out. You can watch that for free on the Patreon. We had a great New Year's Eve here in Seattle. Seattle is known for the largest structural fireworks show in the continental United States. They shoot fireworks off the Space Needle, but it was foggy on New Year's Eve, so you couldn't really even see it, and traffic was insane getting down there. I mean, people left the fireworks show at like 12:02 because they realized, oh yeah, we can't see anything here. And they took like the public transportation home from the light rail and didn't get home till 3 a.m. And that's that kind of commitment I like. They're like, hey, we don't know if this is going to work out, but we're going to get out there and we're going to try to do something this New Year's. We're going to get out. Most people are staying home. We're going to get out there and see what this is about. And look, it didn't work out for them. Just like for us, it didn't work out getting on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and Good Morning America, but we still tried. We got out there and we faced the consequences. We had a 3-hour-long journey home, to ourselves, and really evaluating who we are as people. Who are you? What do you want to do? Who do you want to be this year? I want to be the kind of man who is funny, but not just funny for a purpose of collecting a piece of space trash. And I know as you're listening to this, you're watching this, you're wondering who is in me? Who is in me? Who am I? Who is inside of me? No. Who am I? Who am I joined arms with? Who has linked arms with me in this mission? I want to let you know. Now, our data is limited from the audio only, but we know that the largest audience we have is in the great state of Washington, which is where I live, which I guess makes sense. People know me here a little bit. They're like, what's up with this space trash? What's up with this orbital garbage project? I want to check in on it, see how it's going. Our second largest state in America with listenership is Virginia. Which is funny because I watch college football, and the University of Missouri, my alma mater, just played Virginia in a bowl game for American football, and we lost. And I think I'm predisposed to hate the state of Virginia because of that, at least for a year, an obligatory year of hatred, of despising them, of seeking revenge. But it's hard for me to do that when the second largest state demographic of people who are about this project with me are the very citizens of the state that led to my Missouri Tigers' demise. And I despise them for that. But I delight in your listenership of pumping these words into your ear holes, this video into your eye sockets. Gosh, it's so. I'm thankful for you. It's bittersweet. It's like a little bittersweet candy I have from the holiday season. It's sweet, but also leaves a sour taste in my mouth. But as you know, this is not just a podcast, a project for American listeners, because the problem of space trash is not just an American problem. It is a worldwide, international problem. So yes, the majority of our listeners are American, but our second biggest country is España. Spain. Our second is Brazil. And I think we really figured that out because the numbers say that, number one. And number two, we learned where we have music. We are able to see what kind of music the listeners of this podcast listen to. And the number one artist is Bad Bunny. That little Bad Bunny from, maybe you remember from Happy Gilmore 2. Maybe from about to perform at the Super Bowl, controversially. And that's what I think is really powerful is that, man, the people who listen to this podcast love Bad Bunny, that naughty rabbit, and they care about space trash, and they're about to watch the Super Bowl and watch him perform there. There's this great audience, so we have to capture that. We have to figure out how do we sync up with the power of the Super Bowl, maybe even internationally. They're trying to get international. We're trying to get more international. The second biggest artist is Chappell Roan. Now, I think this may because I actually don't know if my wife listens to this podcast, but she does love Chappell Roan. So it makes me wonder, is she secretly listening to the podcast? Is she secretly care about this a lot? You know, I don't really know. But it makes me wonder. Or, you know, my wife likes me most days. I think a lot, actually. And I try to be better every day. Don't we all? But I think I relate, you know. She relates to me. I relate to people like her who also share in their love for Chappell Roan. And that's really something that's incredible because I think about, man, the Pink Pony Club. The Pink Pony Club is maybe one of, we did it on my old podcast, we did an episode, Pink Pony Club Summer. And that thing is still getting views, and it was released years ago on the YouTubes, and it's still getting views. So I think that there's some real power there with what is the Pink Pony Club of Mikey's Orbital Garbage Project? What is that thing where we all want to go down and dance? What makes us what Bad Bunny makes us want to dance? And would you guess the third most listened to artist in our viewership, our community? We got Bad Bunny, Chappell Roan. Take a wild guess. Number 3. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's Oliver Anthony, which is that guy who had that song, "A Rich Man Knoweth a Rich Man." You know, I don't even know if that's all right. I don't think that's the right tune, but that's who that guy is, you know? He's a third. So I think what this really captures that we are an international project. We also, you know, Chappell Roan's got really her finger on the pulse of the culture right now. People love her. You know, they love that song Subway, and they love riding the subway. But they're also in the country. You know, they hate the rich men north of Richmond, or they've got a bone to pick, you know, with them. But we got all these moving parts. It's such a beautiful tapestry that we formed here, yet we still do not have any Gen Z listeners. Y'all have made a decision. Or maybe you just don't know. You don't know. And I'm not willing to do the whole number thing to get you guys in on this unless it would work. I mean, I think I would. Gosh, I don't know what I would do. And then you would never guess this, but the podcast overlap we have, our top 3 podcasts are Bussin' with the Boys, which are some former NFL players, real broy, Pardon My Take, which is a Barstool sports podcast, and then Theo Vaughn. So we've realized is that musical taste is very quite diverse, but the podcast overlap we have is very bro culture, you know, sports bro culture. And man, we gotta figure out. And I think what we need to do is what we've underutilized, as I've reflected, is we've underutilized the power of interviews. So this year, 2026, we are going to have more interviews on the Mike Heath Orbital Garbage Project. And I think because it's hard to sit in a room and just talking to this microphone, you know, it is a conversation, but I can't hear you. So we need to have more conversations, more interviews, and maybe not interviews, but maybe just more conversations with more diverse groups. Maybe some Gen Z, ask them, Do you know about space trash? Why don't you care about it? Why aren't you a part of this project? So yes, we're going to expand the mission through conversation, through learning from Gen Z and the older populations. We got to get them in on it as well. We're committed to that. So if you have ideas, drop a mint. Shoot me an email, MikeHeathComedy@gmail.com. Let me know, what ideas do you have to, besides just talking to people in those demographics, maybe how can we capitalize on the power of the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny being there, for the people who do listen to him. What really intrigues you about the Naughty Rabbit, and how can we join forces with that community more to expand the mission? This year, we are going to get into all 50 states, so we need to talk to people. Maybe we make that a goal, is we're going to have a conversation with every state that we're not currently at. We're going to talk to somebody there, so then at least, that person who talks with us could share the hope of the Mike Heath Orbital Garbage Project with their friends and family, at least, so we can get footholds into all of those states. And then we want to get on all 7 continents. Right now, we are a little bit limited. We're in Asia, we're in Europe, but we're in South America. I don't think we've really tapped. We have tapped in Australia, I guess, a little bit. Yeah. So, what's left? So we got Asia, Europe, Africa. Do we have any African listeners? We got to figure out how to get to Africa. We got to go there. We got to go to the Egypt. Maybe we go to Egypt. Maybe virtually. I don't know if we can afford. It's not really in the budget yet to afford to go there. But gosh, we got to do that. So we're going to expand the mission through listenership and viewership, getting that to your ear holes and to your eye sockets. And we're doing a lot in comedy. We're going to do stand-up comedy, not about space trash, no, but about funny things. We're going to make ordinary things funny, and we're going to travel to do comedy in other places. We're going to hang up guerrilla marketing posters there. Again, you can get those on the website, MikeHeathComedy.com. Go to podcast. You can download a guerrilla marketing poster right there. Print it off at your local library. Hang it up in your neighborhood. Let people know. Maybe you got a community board in your apartment or your place of work or community center. You can hang one up there. Get a little thumbtack for it. Print in color, black and white, doesn't matter. Color's probably more popping, but whatever you can get. Printers are hard to come by. Maybe you don't live near your library. Maybe your library only has black and white. I'm fine with that. Let's get the word out there. So we're doing that. We did a New Year's Eve show here in Seattle. It was a great show. It was sold out at a local brewery. My friend Chris Talbot put on a great show. It was like 10 comics, I think we did. We rang in the new year with that show. Had a fun moment, which I'll play for you right now. We do fight a lot. Never in front of the kids, because we don't have them. Yeah, give it up for childless marriages. We are in Seattle. Can you feel it? But we all got 2 dogs. And, 3, okay. We got 3, we got 4. People in Seattle love their dogs, and they don't have a lot of children. And that was a fun little moment. But we're going to make more. What we're going to do is we're going to clip up our comedy a little bit more. We're going to put that on there. So people maybe who find me funny or see the potential for me to be funny one day will say, hey, I'm going to give this guy a follow. Then they'll hear about the project, further expanding the mission. Number 3, we're going to finish the book this year. We did not get it done in 2025 like we wanted to. Colleen Goes to Space. It will get done this year, and we will have it. Maybe we want to do Valentine's Day. We want to try to get it, but it might not happen then, but we're going to try. And if it doesn't happen then, it will be out this year, and we'll line it up with some holiday or gift-giving season, try to get it out there. Colleen Goes to Space. And what's else? Number 4. We need a 4th thing to do this year. We're still going to try to get Good Morning America in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So that's on the table. That's a given. We didn't accomplish that last year. That's going to carry over. That carries over into the new year. It's like a rollover goal. Number So we're not going to count that, but that is a roller goal. So that's kind of like an asterisk goal. Number 4, okay, so we're going to expand the mission, viewership, comedy, book. We need a 4th one. What's the 4th one going to be? We need an intro song. We're going to collaborate with some sort of musical artist to get a song. I think that's when you think about your favorite podcast, and this maybe ties to goal number 1, expand listenership, but there's like a sound. There's something when you think about your favorite TV shows, that theme music for The Office, for Stranger Things, whatever it is, Friends. It kind of wells up in this like nostalgia, this unity and community. So we need to find that. What is the sound for Space Trash that we can kind of come around and say, this is the sound that signifies I, too, am helping Mike Heath collect a piece of space trash. And that's what we're doing in 2026. We are back, bigger, better, stronger than ever. We're going to collect that piece of space trash. This is the year of space trash collection. It may not happen this year, but we're going to take steps towards it. And gosh, I'm just so thankful to have you here with me. We're going to be more grateful. What are you grateful for? Let me know in the comments. What are 3 things you're thankful for? I'm thankful that we've started the project, that you are here, and that REI has a good return policy on their shoes, and I can bring back the shoes that don't fit and get shoes that do. And I've already done that twice, and 3rd time's a charm. So don't give up on your dreams. Just do it. Get out there. I love you. Thank you so much, and together we will clean up our orbital junkyard.
Great shot.